Yo, how's it going, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and it's been a little bit since I've reviewed the Boruto anime. I mainly stopped doing anime reviews because of the similarities between the anime and manga lately, along with the decreased interest in the videos. They haven't been getting a whole lot of views, so I kind of just stopped doing Boruto anime reviews. But I wanted to make an exception today because this episode there was enough differences in today's episode compared to the anime and manga to warrant an entire video for it. So I want to talk about it because this episode basically covers the ending of chapter 48 and the entirety of chapter 49 of the Boruto manga, along with additional anime original scenes. So yeah, let's talk about it. Well, before I get into the episode review, I just want to say if you're new to the channel and like this type of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It'd be pretty awesome if you did that. So like I said just a second ago, this episode adapts the ending of chapter 48 and all of chapter 49. So it's the conclusion of the Isshiki versus Koji battle. Koji escapes, Isshiki goes to invade Konoha, Naruto and Sasuke intercept, and then Boruto intercepts, just like in the manga. He's hiding in Sasuke's sword, transformation jutsu, and takes Isshiki away using his karma. And I have to say, I do like the place that they actually sent Isshiki to. It actually looks really cool, so I'm glad the anime actually made this place look pretty cool, or decent, I should say. Now, the first major difference I noticed in this episode was the anime original scene, in which Kawaki is being taken down to that underground facility where the Byakugan can't see into it. This is something that in the manga they were just there. It didn't show them going there, or at least Kawaki, Shikamaru, Sumire, and Katasuke were going down there, but you didn't see that in the manga. But here you see them going down there with Naruto. And it turns out that this underground facility was created by Danzo if you're in a coup from the Hyuga clan. And since times are peaceful now, they don't really need it anymore, so it's sealed off. The only one that can unseal it is Naruto, and he unseals it. So yeah, I actually appreciate this scene, not to mention Naruto was here when he found out Isshiki invaded the village, rather than being in the Hokage conference room, or wherever they're at with Amado. So yeah, I actually appreciated this addition that the anime did here. Now the next thing I noticed that was different between the anime and the manga was the anime original scene in which Shikamaru gathered a bunch of leaf shinobi, including Kiba, Choji, Tenten, Rock Lee, and then some others. Mirai is also present there as well. We also have Tsunade and Kakashi that are also with them as well. And I like this scene a lot because Shikamaru goes up to them, goes to prepare his speech to them. Like, yeah, Shikamaru, he has a plan. You know, we need to know what's going on. And he's like, yeah, there's an Otsutsuki that's coming to invade. And they're like, yeah, well, don't you have something in mind? And Shikamaru over here is like, yeah, this time I don't have a plan. The enemy is really powerful and anything could happen. So please bear with me. I like the fact that they actually stick up and they're like, hey, you know, our job is to protect the village. So we're going to do that. And this actually brings Shikamaru to tears. And he actually appreciates everybody sticking up for the village and actually preparing to go into this battle knowing that they could very well die. So it's actually really cool. I like what they did here. Also, you have Konohamaru. He's visiting Mujino's grave and he talks to him about what's going on. I think this was a really nice scene as well, even though Konohamaru takes the L coming up. But yeah, I still appreciated this scene. Now, the next major difference I noticed I think was pretty interesting is that in the manga, Isshiki was only concerned with going after Kawaki. He didn't even care to kill anybody. But here he's like, hey, well, I can't really spot him with my Byakugan. Where'd they hide him? Well, maybe I'll kill some people. Maybe they'll produce Kawaki if I do that. Which I think was a little different compared to the manga, because Isshiki didn't exactly do this. He did attack one leaf shinobi, because in the manga, a leaf shinobi actually attacked Isshiki, shrunk his shuriken, and then threw it right back at him, stabbing him in the eye and the gut. And this scene was completely removed in the anime version. Probably a little violent, but I would have liked to see this still. But anyways, instead we got the scene where Rock Lee, Tenten, Choji, Kiba, and Konohamaru go up to face off against Isshiki. He's like, well, I guess I'll just kill you guys. Then maybe they'll produce Kawaki. And unfortunately for them, Isshiki easily takes all of them out with his pillars. Which I have to say, I'm kind of disappointed here, especially with Rock Lee. I feel like Rock Lee could have actually stood up, because Konohamaru was the only one among them that actually got back up to face off against Isshiki. You know, I kind of figured that Rock Lee would have more endurance than Konohamaru, and he's definitely a lot stronger. He's got the 8 gates after all. I mean, Even if Rock Lee opened all 8 gates, he probably wouldn't have done much to Isshiki, let's just be honest. He might have done some damage, but I really don't see him taking down Isshiki. But I don't know, this kind of bothered me a little bit. But anywho, Konohamaru was about to take the L again, and he was about to take an L for the last time as Isshiki was about to crush him with a pillar. That's when Naruto shows up, hits it with a massive Rasengan, and takes out the pillar, saving Konohamaru's life. Naruto over here, he can't exactly go out yet because he could harm the village or harm anybody that's in the village, but thanks to Konohamaru and the others, everybody evacuated safely. And the interesting thing here is that Ino has actually been communicating with all the shinobi at once, and as a result, she's been drained right through her chakra. And she does it just in time, as she pretty much, she almost passes out after doing this, basically having, exhausted all of her chakra doing this. But it was enough to get all the civilians to safety, so Naruto can go all out now. Another difference between the anime and the manga is it shows Sarada actually evacuating from the hospital, but it seems like she wants to join the battlefield, as Lord Seventh and her father are likely battling the Otsutsuki. But Mitsuki stops her, knowing that she's in no condition to battle. She's still injured from the Boruto fight. So, yeah, I like how the anime added this scene, because Sarada basically disappeared for like 10 plus chapters. Sarada and Mitsuki, I should say. So it was nice that the anime added this scene. And the last difference I noticed is that there was a scene in the manga where Isshiki actually destroys a building. Like a small, I think it's like a tower or something like that. He destroys it. It's like, yeah, now can you just produce Kawaki for me, please? And I won't kill you. But in the anime, they took this out, and Isshiki and Naruto just fight. Even though Isshiki is over here like, why don't you just give me Kawaki? You know, do you really want to face off against me again? You and Sasuke are gonna lose all over again. But yeah, not really a big thing. I didn't really care so much for this being removed, but I just want to mention it. So those were all the major differences I saw between the anime and the manga version. Now, overall, I thought this episode was pretty enjoyable despite my issue with Rock Lee and the others getting taken out just like that. Obviously, they're not going to stand up to Isshiki. They never could. But I kind of felt like Rock Lee should have stood up as well, not just Konohamaru. I don't know, that just bothers me. But I actually enjoyed this episode more than the last couple. Like, I'll be completely honest, the Kashin Koji versus Jigen / Isshiki battle, obviously, it basically followed the manga, and it was only okay, if I'm being completely honest. And these last couple of episodes have been following the manga to a T, so I appreciate this episode for making some differences or extending some stuff that was missing in the manga. So I really enjoyed today's episode for that. I mean, with the Kashin Koji versus Isshiki stuff, Amado was also there explaining everything to Naruto and the others, so that was going on as well at the same time. I do feel like there should have been some extended fight scenes for the Koji versus Isshiki battle, but we didn't get that. So I appreciate today's episode for doing that, for giving us some extra scenes that are actually pretty valuable, in my opinion. Minus Rock Lee getting taken out so easily. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today's episode review. So overall, a pretty solid episode. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I am getting a little concerned as the anime is basically catching up to the manga. So are we going to have like a year of like anime original content surrounding the events that's currently going on in the manga just to greatly expand certain stuff? Or are we going to get novel adaptations? I don't know what they're planning. But these next few episodes are going to be crazy. That's all I know. Especially apparently 217. That's an episode to look out for because, certain thing is going to be happening in that episode. That's going to be pretty big. Hopefully the anime delivers. But anyways, that's all I got. So guys, in the comment section down below, let me know what you thought of this episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Let me know. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And guys, I'll talk to you later.